Hey everybody, and welcome to our virtual day snowman activity. So we're going to start with a story called Snowman Magic. This story is written by Catherine Teagan and illustrated by Brandon Dorman. Have you ever built a snowman? This story we're going to see about a little boy named George and the day that he built a snowman. It had been snowing all day. Snowing, snowing, snowing. George was bored. There was no school, so he needed something to do. He kept looking out the window. Would it ever stop? The next morning the sun was shining. When George looked out the window, everything was a brilliant white. The snow was so bright it was almost hard to look at. If he squinted, he could see it was very deep, and it had drifted high against the slope in his backyard. George put on his warm socks and his snow pants and his flannel shirt. Then he put on his snow jacket, his boots, his mittens, and his hat. He was ready. Outside, the air smelled clean and cold. George plunged into the snow. It was fluffy, but crunchy too. He made a snowball and threw it against a tree. It was very, very quiet. George took some snow and packed it into a small ball. Then he started rolling the ball in the snow. The ball got bigger and bigger. When the ball got too heavy to roll, he stopped rolling it near the bottom of the slope. Then he started rolling a medium-sized ball. He put it on top of the big ball. Finally, he made a small ball for the top. George went inside the house and found a scarf in the closet and a carrot in the refrigerator. In the old days, his mother told him, people used to take pieces of coal and use them to make eyes. But there wasn't any coal in George's house. So he found 2 buttons and he brought them outside with the scarf and the carrot. He carefully pushed the buttons into the small ball near the top. He stuck the carrot in the center. He found a few small twigs and used them to make a mouth. He wrapped the scarf between the top ball and the middle ball, and he found 2 branches to stick into the sides of the middle ball. It was a perfect snowman. George turned his head. He thought he saw the snowman smiling at him. Could it be? Time for a snack, said George. He went inside the house and got 2 mugs of hot chocolate and some cookies. He put them on the snow table. Would you like something to eat? George asked. I can't drink hot chocolate, the snowman said, but a cookie would be nice. It was magic. After their snack, George made a cave, tunneling deep into the slope. He piled up snowballs at the entrance. Then he threw a couple at the snowman. The snowman made some snowballs and threw them back at George. His long branch arms helped him throw the snowballs very far. It was hard to say who won the fight, but it was still fun. The snowman chased George around the yard, and then George chased the snowman. The snowman couldn't move that fast, so it was easy for George to sneak up on him. It was starting to get dark. George didn't want to go inside, but his mother was calling him. Goodbye, snowman, he said. I will see you tomorrow. George thought he heard the snowman say good night. The next day it was warmer. The sun was even brighter, and the snowman was shrinking. George played with him all day, but he could tell that the snowman didn't have quite the same energy. Then it was Monday. George had to go to school. It was another bright, warm day. When he came home, the snowman was almost gone. The scarf and the carrot and the buttons had slid down. He could hardly recognize his snowman. The cave had collapsed too, and the snow table had melted. The next morning, George looked out the window. It was snowing, 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 snowing. He couldn't wait to build his snowman again. Did you like that story? Have you ever built a snowman before? I know in Alabama when we do get some snow, it doesn't tend to last very long. So just like George's snowman, as the days got sunnier and warmer, his snowman began to melt. But there's always another snow at some point in time, and he can rebuild his fun friend. All right, at this part of the presentation, you should be able to click on this page and it'll take you to the How to Draw a Snowman. Okay? When you get done, I want you to show me what you did. Can you see mine? There's my snowman. I need to color him in, but make sure you do it because it's so much fun. Can't wait to see it. Want to learn more about snow? Click on this video link and learn about snowflakes. Here's another fun activity, Cuckoo Kangaroo with their Brr dance video. So before we end our virtual day, I've got one more snowman story to read to you. It's called Frosty's New Friends. So this story is based on the character and original song lyrics by Steve Nelson and Jack Rowlands. And this story is illustrated by Richard Cowdery. Frosty the Snowman had to hurry on his way, and he waved goodbye, saying, "Don't you cry, I'll be back again some day." Daddy closed the book. "Did he? Did Frosty ever come back?" "He certainly did," Daddy answered. "I know because I was there. I saw him." It was late at night, and I was in bed. My little sister was fast asleep. Suddenly, what did I hear? A tap, tap, tapping at the window. And who do you think was there? Why, Frosty himself. "I'm back," he cried. In a flash we got dressed and ran outside. "I think they'd like to come and play too. Don't you?" Frosty asked us. Then with the tip of his magic hat, 1, 2, 3, the snow boy and the snow pup were alive as you and me. From the shed we got our sled. Whee! We played hide and snow seek. Frosty was it. 1 snowflake, 2 snowflakes, 3 snowflakes, he counted. Ready or not, here I come. You want a snowball fight? Watch this. He tipped his hat again. And when I threw the snowball, guess what? It bounced. Snowballs were flying everywhere. But where had the snow pup gone? We looked all over, and finally we found him, fast asleep. "Oh my, time to say goodbye," Frosty said, and away they went, thumpity thump thump, thumpity thump thump, over the hills of snow.